baby. Ooh. Jeff? Now, let me say something, because when I saw the picture on the Love Island USA page, I was just like, not feeling it at all. However, the energy, the voice, the F-boy tats, because like I said, the Jesus Christ and the crosses, you know that that's an F-boy. Quintessential F-boy. But Jeff. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island USA Season 4 episode. Okay, so we're just going to go one by one for the episodes. We're not going to include the extra clips. So this will be episode 8. All right. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. As you know, last night we were left on a cliffhanger. Well, the night of the viewing, we were left on a cliffhanger, whether or not Zeta or Tyler was going to be dumped. The couples all got to deliberate, and they each decided that Zeta deserved to stay because her chances of love were still higher, whereas Tyler, he wasn't really giving much energy. You know what I mean? Baby, I thought I would be distraught. I thought I would be sad. I thought I would miss him. This episode was so jam-packed. I had to be reminded that somebody left. Bria feels like she has to work a little harder than she normally would to get Timmy's attention.
I have to really turn your head, get your attention, and do all these things, try to build a connection with you while your ex-girl is staring at me.
We had put in time, and I feel a little bit of responsibility for just her feelings.
Well, babe, I mean, you watched the show. You knew that the connection between them was literally immediate, and his feelings for her are not just going to turn off overnight. And literally a night hasn't even passed yet. So why she's kind of feeling away about having to work for his attention, I don't quite understand. But I appreciate that in that moment, Timmy was like, listen, I still like her. I want to pursue you. I want to give a fair chance to everybody. He's allowed to do that. It is Love Island. He's well within his rights. I am side-eyeing him a little bit, but at this point, he's well within his rights. Serenity is not coping well with Tyler's departure, but it's Chaz and nobody else, mind you, because some other guys saw her crying and they did nothing about it, but Chaz came to the rescue.
I want some chicken. I want some mashed potato.
Okay. Oh my God, please don't look at me.
Overwhelming. It's okay. It's okay to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna be here for you forever. Through whatever.
Chaz is growing on me, you guys. He is growing on me. I know he's 21, but he's definitely giving mature. He's giving comforter. He's giving nurturer. He's giving provider. He made her food. He's giving provider. I'm really feeling Chaz. I was skeptical because, producer plant siblings. However, he's showing Serenity the energy that she's been yearning for. And I love that in this scenario, she doesn't have to ask for it. It's just being given. So as everyone is going to bed, there's a little moment that Courtney has with Felipe where they're talking about the dumping, and he kind of says it wasn't Timmy's fault that he was picked. It just makes me think is he the type of person where he's just gonna wild out and then blame it on the game? Or is he gonna blame being picked by another woman, maybe during the main villa or Casa more on the fact that, hey, listen, she just did it. I had nothing to do with it. I don't know. It's definitely giving a little bit of foreshadowing when it comes to their storyline. So we'll see what happens there. Clearly, Courtney was onto something because in the bed, Timmy and Bria are sharing a kiss. Y'all, well, I was not happy. I was not happy with it. The next morning, Zeta wants to be happy for Serenity, right? But obviously, the person who she's coupled up with sibling is coupled up with her ex-coupling. It's a little bit complicated.
I still rate Chaz, I think he's a sweetheart, but it's how can I do that? I don't like your sister, it ain't gonna work. Now I'm realising I don't like friendly boys. I like my man to be someone who girls feel like they can't approach.
I too don't like somebody who's too friendly, who's easily excitable. No, no. We had the same problem with with UK, with Dammy. A guy that's too easily excitable is easily swayed, easily persuaded. I don't like it. I want somebody who knows what they want, goes for it, and if things change, is very forthright with that decision making, is articulate and saying exactly what their thought process is, and handles me with care. Timmy, too friendly, too excitable. Chaz is really working hard on making an impression for Serenity. Whether or not it's calculated, the verdict is still out. The jury is still out. The verdict, the jury, all of it. It's still out. However, he's doing more gestures than the guys who are already in the villa.
Nice little sunny side up, smiley face for my black queen.
No boy has done that in here for anyone.
Show you I appreciate you.
You couldn't even get coffee from Tyler.
It's up there.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Of course.
So why aren't any of the other guys doing effort? I don't know. That was just interesting to me. They don't have to make breakfast or anything. Like, it doesn't have to be that deep. But the fact that it took a 21-year-old newcomer to make you breakfast, and all these other established couples, they don't be getting breakfast in the morning. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Timmy has a conversation with Bria the next morning as well. And he's like, he wants to give this a proper shot.
This week is about me getting to know you, and I want to give us a fair shot at where this can go. We had a good night's sleep. Rhea might have gave me a peck on my lips, you know what I'm saying? And it was a good vibe.
So at this point, Timmy and Zeta have been avoiding each other. She said the night before she didn't want to speak to him, so I guess in the morning he was just waiting it out a little bit. They finally have a conversation. When it comes to Zeta, conversation with Timmy, they don't always go that well.
I'm glad you're willing to talk to me right now, because I definitely have a good amount of stuff on my mind.
Do you feel like you put me in that situation?
I aided by expressing interest in Bria. I want to give you confidence in us. Anyway, why you laugh at that? I tried to hug
You gave her a real... I don't care. I'm talking. You gave her such a good, strong hug.
In Zeta's defense, because I'm going to have to defend Zeta a lot because some of the problematic behavior, babe, it's going to be really hard to vouch for you, okay? However, in Zeta's defense, Timmy did tell her she shouldn't have anything to worry about, that their connection is always going to be the strongest, blah, blah, blah. And now that he's really not giving her any attention or affection, and, you know, this Bria seems very comfortable with you, like, it's really putting her position with him in jeopardy. So it's like, were you just selling me a dream? What's the situation here? I do feel like she does have like a little bit of a temper that does flare up a little bit. And I don't think Timmy is really going to rock with that in the long run. But then here comes Jeff, because I feel like he could take that energy. But let's just pause on Jeff. Okay, let's just pause on Jeff. Speaking of this slight little temper that Zeta has, Bria pulls Zeta aside, okay? And essentially, she's like, what's your problem with me?
I know you would have chosen Timmy.
I would have chosen him on my own.
Thank you for saying that. I really respect that. Then I also heard you say, like, oh, you're a girl's girl.
For sure.
Girls would go up to me and say, hey, you know, I do like the boy. I do want to crack on with him, and I hope you're okay.
You were, like, trying to, like, give me the cold shoulder at times. Yes, your gut wasn't right.
But you just said you were
picking. Say no
picking.
more. You're just a hater, and I felt that from the get.
I hate this girl's girl thing. Like, I'm sorry, I hate it. I feel like I'm a people person. I'm not a girl's girl, guy's girl. Like, I vibe with people. I don't have loyalty to you just because you're a woman. If you're giving me stank vibes, you're giving me stank vibes. Maybe that's why I resonate with Zeta so much. And, you know, Zeta was trying to make the case that you came off standoffish, and the fact that you watched the show before, you knew what the situation was, so you knew you'd be causing havoc picking my guy. And then as Bria is walking away, she's cussing under her breath, and it's like, but you're proving exactly what Zeta was saying. Like, you can't be mad when she's telling the truth. I mean, you can be mad, but you don't really have much to stand on. There was a brief moment out of nowhere where Andy is crawling back to Miss Maddie with the tail between his legs and is trying to see if they can still rekindle something.
I am sorry for under-communicating.
I appreciate that.
Like, I really could have handled that a lot differently and a lot more maturely. So I just want a chance to prove to her that I want this.
Like, if I were to give you a second chance and we start building like a good foundation, if someone walks in, are you gonna be swayed again?
I cannot stand when people want to act up selfishly, tarnishing relationships, hurting feelings, whether or not it's deliberate, and then want to come and be like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. How about you have the maturity and the sense to know that you shouldn't have done that in the first place? In the parameters of Love Island, exploring is natural, exploring is allowed, but these are still people, real people with real feelings. Like, if he was just honest with Maddie, the bridge wouldn't have been burned. But the bridge is burned. Maybe. She's kind of entertaining it just a little bit. She's not letting him know that the door is open, but in her little confessionals, she's toying with the idea. But I hate when people just want to disrespect somebody and then want to ask for forgiveness later. How about you act right the first time? So yeah, there's a lot of jumping back and forth for the storylines. I'm so sorry, guys. Chaz, listen, the boy's working overtime with Serenity.
Starting off with a smiley breakfast was definitely a great start. I'm a simp for the smiley face.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He listens. And he takes the time to have acts of service that cares about like my feelings and how I feel about myself. So I'm definitely gonna give it a chance.
Guys should be going out of their way to talk to you and shit like that. But I'm glad they're not, because now...
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Like I mentioned before, I love that he is giving her this attention that she was yearning so badly for with Tyler and with Felipe. I almost forgot that they were in a couple too. I just wonder, is this game or is this genuine? I don't even know if they talked about acts of service, but him doing the breakfast thing for her, like, she really appreciated that. So I like that he's catering to her needs. I like that he's letting his intentions be known. I hope that he's genuine. I just hope that he's genuine, okay? I really do. Anyways, he has a conversation with his sister because he saw the whole situation with Zeta kick off. And she's basically like, I don't know. I don't know. Bria to me is a little bit of bad vibes.
She's intentionally trying to make me like feel awkward, like isolate me. I feel like she's trying to psych me out, like get in my head, and it's pissing me off.
She feels like Zeta has it out for her, but the funny thing is, literally when Zeta came in, oh, they have spent a night. Dang, this time is flying by. Anyways, sorry. When Bria came in, Zeta went to the girls and said, hey, I'm feeling away because I know she's coming for my man, but if y'all could be welcoming to her, that would be great because she doesn't deserve to be, ostracized. I thought that was a really nice gesture. Of course, Bria doesn't know that, but like, Zeta doesn't give me somebody who's just gonna push you aside for no reason, especially because when she said she felt the negative energy from Bria was denying it, but she confirmed it as she was walking away from her. So obviously, the person who's making it a tense environment between the two of them is Bria, technically, sort of, kind of. I mean, Zeta's not trying to be her friend, and I understand that. You're stepping on her toes. Why would I be comfortable around you? But I don't think Zeta has it out for her. She might now, but I don't think she did before. Felipe has been feeling like the vibe is off between him and Courtney. We don't see much of them, but this episode, there was a little bit of feature from them, and he's basically like trying to rectify the situation based off the conversation they had in the bed.
Last night you're like, no, Timmy's just playing the game. But it just made me like question your attention.
You did what you think is right. It's like me, I'm happy with you. If someone pull me aside, I'm gonna say I'm happy with Courtney.
I hate to make comparisons because I want every season to be its own thing. However, it's the same as Will and Kira for me. Because Will came in, he's kind of like a lover boy, but he was cornered in with Kira very quickly. And then when Casa Amor came, he was acting up. I feel like that's going to be the similar vibe with these two. I do. The good thing, though, is that Courtney doesn't seem as closed off as Kira was. Like, Courtney, I feel like, is open to exploring if the opportunity presented itself. So it won't be the exact same storyline, but Felipe is giving Will. You guys. The Islanders get a text that 2 new guys are joining the villa. I must say, When I saw the pictures on the Love Island USA page, I was disappointed. When Jeff walked in. Oh!
I'm Bryce, I'm 30 years old, and I'm an Italian stallion looking to take on the villa.
I'm Jeff, I'm 25. I'm coming to Love Island because I want to find my one and only. Why y'all leave the boys up there?
They're the doghouse. They're old news.
It's the voice, it's the demeanor, it's the confidence, it's the I don't give a shh. He's not even my type, but baby, he might be. He might just be. Wow. Anyways, I'm excited for tomorrow's episode. I'm so excited for tomorrow's episode. Let me collect myself. Anyways, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm literally getting hot in here thinking about Jeff. It's the energy for me. He must come from a south of something. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me go pick myself up from this puddle that I've created. And I'll see you guys in the next one. You hope that they enjoy the season. How are you liking Love Island?
I am actually loving it, which is very surprising.
Thanks. That's all I needed. Bye. Bye.
Oh, okay. I just want to make a little comment that I really feel as if the cast, they need to have their own musical special because they do. They're very theatrical. I would go to a Love Island musical. Let's just put it out there. Okay. Enjoy. Bye.
Bye.